What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. I've got a good one. This is Judge Garcia out of Texas, and we have a scammer. Well, I don't know if you can call this guy a scammer if he fails every time he attempts it, but hey, he's trying, right? He gets shut down multiple times. The mechanic shuts him down, the police shut him down, then Judge Garcia shuts him down. All right. For all those people that are trying to get free stuff out there, this is not the way to do it. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
All right. Let me get Michael McCoy and RMS Machine Shop.
We're good, Judge.
And just to let you know, Judge Arlen Kalina is back and he is the plaintiff and the defendant was not here.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I will be with him. Tell him I will be with him shortly, right after this case. All right, Mr. McCoy.
Do you mind if I sit, Judge? I had back surgery a number of times, so standing sometimes is a little tough for me. Do you mind if I just sit down?
No, have a seat. I was just going to tell y'all to. Y'all can definitely have a seat. And then, Mr. McCoy, this is your case. So go ahead and give me a brief overview of why you're here and what you're asking for.
Yeah, okay. In February, I looked on the internet and found these 3 different firms that could repair the lifters on my Ford F-150. And I saw the defendant. I got his number, and I decided to use him because he said he was more reasonable than the other people in the other mechanic shops. So I brought it there, and he said it was $2,500, and he said, and he wanted cash money. Said cash money. He tells me. So then a day later, I think he called me, and he said that there was some other issues or something. It was gonna be another $1,000, and then the whole price was like almost $4,000. I didn't have $4,000. I just came off of a bankruptcy, but I had a credit card, and so I offered to pay for that service for part of the service with the credit card. He refused. He said no. He wouldn't even take it out of his lot. It's gated, so I couldn't get to. I asked him to show me to see if it would run. Well, he didn't. He was not very cooperative, and that was after 3 days. He called me. So then I called the police, of course, and had the police come out. And he still said to the police, no, he wanted cash money for that job instead of accepting the credit card, debit card, And he sent me, and I have pictures too, of course, of what he said was wrong with. I went to a couple of other shops later, and they said you couldn't really tell if something else was wrong with that vehicle other than lifters. That the reason why I bought it there. But I wasn't arguing about that point. I would have paid the man whatever he asked and just got my truck back. 6 months I've been without it. It's very difficult. I have my daughters, I have friends to drive me back and forth to the VA. I mean, that costs me money. It costs money I don't really have, and I'm always trying to.
Okay, so the issue isn't the 4,000. The issue is whether you're going to pay on credit card or cash.
Cash. That was the point. He wanted cash money. That's what he said. But
Okay.
that was before he went up to $4,000. First with $2,500, and then it went from $2,000 to $500 to almost to the actual price was $3,780 was the total. And I just don't have that cash money. I could have paid the credit card and I paid it off slowly. He could have just said.
Okay, but Mr. McCoy, what are you suing for right now? Because you're the one that brought the case. So
Yes,
what do you want the court to do?
I would like my vehicle back, and I would also like the money that I had to pay for people to drive me around. And then, of course, 6 months loss of my vehicle, lost use of my vehicle is what I would like to have.
Okay, but are you going to pay for this? Are you going to pay for the vehicle to get out?
Can you repeat that, please?
Are you going to pay the $3,780 for the vehicle to get out?
37 after 6 months, Your Honor. I mean, well, I could pay him some money, but he should pay me some money. I haven't had my vehicle for 6 months.
I understand, Mr. McCoy, but you also need to pay that invoice for your vehicle to get out.
Yeah, he won't accept the payment, Judge. I have a credit card. He wouldn't take the credit card. He got
Okay, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, Mr. McCoy. RMS.
All right. I mean, just listening to the guy's story doesn't make sense, right? We're all on the same page here. He he accepted a cash deal with the mechanic. He would give the mechanic cash, and then he comes and says, "I'm going to pay with a credit card." I mean, I don't know if this guy's just 100% cash only. He might be. I don't know. And if he's cash only, he's not going to take a credit card. He doesn't even have it set up. He couldn't take it if he wanted to. It's a little unheard of nowadays, but could be. I don't know. Let's hear from the mechanic.
Machine Shop. Go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Gentleman brought his truck February 19th. The truck was disassembled February 20th. We gave him a quote through the phone of $2,500 to remove and install lifters. He said he had the lifters. Then when we disassembled, he said, "Can you purchase the lifters from O'Reilly's?" The lifters were $400. That makes 25 plus 400, it's 2,900. As the disassembly, the engine has a timing components, and they're chains, which are metal, and they have plastic rails. The rails wear out over time. I have picture proof. I told Mr. McCoy, if he would like, no extra labor charge, we can replace the timing, but he would have to purchase the part. Told him that the timing chain kit was $600. He said, "Go ahead and do it. No extra labor since we have to take the front cover off." He said, "Go ahead and do it." It was a cash deal since we gave him a discounted price. We both agreed upon it. So that's why it was $3,500 plus the taxes. The vehicle was completed February 22nd. I have on text message, "Sir, your vehicle is completed." He said, "I will be there before 4:30. Didn't show up that day. Next day, the same thing, kind of the runaround. Finally, after a week, he arrived to the shop. He came in a fanny pack, and he said, "I'd like to see my truck." I said, "No problem." We go into a gated facility where I store all the vehicles that are complete. Turn on the truck, perfect, no check engine light, nothing. I told him, "You have a 6-month warranty with us." He goes, "I'd like to joyride the truck for a day to make sure it was done right." I said, "Sir, you haven't paid me not $1. No, you cannot take your vehicle without payment." And he said, "I have your money right here." He unzipped his fanny pack and he flashed the money to me. And I said, "Sir, all you have to do is pay me and you can release the vehicle." So then I thought it was his wife, but it was his daughter that came up to him and said, "Dad, you can just use my credit card and we'll just cancel the transaction." And then he goes, "Here's the card, charge the card." And I said, "No, sir, I do not take credit card." And I heard that thing that you told your daughter right now, what she just told you. It's a cash deal. We agreed, a cash deal. And he goes, "You're going to see, I'm going to get it for free right now." So the gentleman called the cops. The police officers showed up. They said, "Can we inspect the truck? Can we listen to the truck?" I said, "Yes, sir, not a problem." He goes, "Why won't you let him listen to it?" I said, "I let him listen to it. He's more than welcome to come with y'all as well. He's already heard the truck on, running, the gauges, the dash." And then the officer told him, "Pay the man for his services and you can take your truck." I go, "I don't want to hold your vehicle." 3 weeks, he takes off. He goes, "I'll see you in court." I said, "Not a problem. All I want you to do is pay the invoice." 3 weeks pass by. I get a call from a so-called attorney, which was actually his daughter. She said she was an attorney. And she said, "All we want is the truck." I said, I've been telling your dad and I have signs all posted around my business. After 3 days of completion, it's $30 a day to store your vehicle. I said, "I'm charging you storage." She contacted, I have everything in text message. She contacted me, tell you the date, March 8th. And I told her, she goes, "I can pick up the vehicle tomorrow. What can you do for me?" I said, "I will waive all storage fees. I will not charge you the $30 per day of the vehicle being complete February 22nd. I'll waive all storage fees. Just pick it up tomorrow, which would be March 9th. Never heard a thing from her again. The storage fees have been accumulated up to $3,720 just in storage fees of storing his vehicle complete. He owes us right now $7,508. He has not given us $1, man. So at the beginning, it was just pay for the work that has been done. So I don't know why it's so complicated. The gentleman showed us the cash. He was trying to do something shady of taking his vehicle without paying. He was trying to pay with a credit card and revert charges. You know, it's just ridiculous. We just want to get paid, the company.
Okay.
A response.
All right.
Yeah, I think we all knew that story was going to make a lot more sense than the plaintiff. So they agreed on a cash deal to take a discount on the overall cost. The estimate was exactly that. It was an estimate. When the parts, the guy said he had the parts. I'm talking in circles right now. He said he had the parts. I think he was trying to force the 2,500, and I'm going to bet that's how much money he brought to the car lot that day, 2,500. But he said he had the parts, and then had the guy order the parts, and then had to do other work. And now he's sitting in court like, oh, he said 2,500. Now he's saying 3,700. Yeah, that's what happens when you go to a mechanic and other things are wrong. That's why it's an estimate. He called the police though. The police are like, yeah, he needs to pay his bill. Pay your bill, and you can take the car. It's simple, right? Simple.
Respond to that, Judge. But he just said it's not very mom and pop shop, and that he's going to pay cash. He said, I said I would buy parts. Why would I do that? I brought it to his shop for the repairs. Why am I buying parts? I did not say that. He said he don't accept credit card. Right here, I got right here a picture of his shop. The front of it says very big credit card accepted. That's what it says right there. I got it right here, Your Honor. And then another thing, when he's talking about cash money, of course, I have an invoice where he got $2,000 for me right here. He sent it to me. It's right there. And he also made the work order out.
Okay. All right. Mr. McCoy, at this point right now, I just want to make it clear that the court is not here to play games with either one of the parties. Okay. You asked for, listen to me. You asked for service. They gave you, and they rendered service. Their stipulation is that you pay them cash. Okay. You either take it or you don't. If you have an issue with them paying, with you paying cash, then you can hire an attorney, and deal with the repercussions that way. But the court is not here to play games between both sides and to make one side do something that they shouldn't have to do. I cannot tell RMS to take credit card payments, that they have to take a credit card payment from you, or they have to take cash from you. The court is not here to show anybody or to tell anybody how to run their business. So, Mr. McCoy, you have an invoice. You either pay cash or you deal with the repercussions of it later. Okay? Now, you can hire an attorney as far as fighting the storage fees, because you're accumulating storage fees as we speak. Okay? I cannot tell RMS to take a credit card from you. Legally, I can't force them to.
I understand, but Judge, he already got $2,000 from me already. I got an invoice right there. Now he's telling you $3,700. I could have gave him. He could have taken the last $1,700 off the credit card. We've been done.
He could have, should have, would have, but he didn't. Okay,
I
can't tell him to take anything on credit card. Okay, that's the way he wants to run his business. Now, if you have any discrepancies with why the amount is the way the amount is, then That's between y'all two. At the beginning, I asked you, is the only discrepancy paying cash or not? And you said, yeah,
No,
I
didn't.
owe him. I
That's
owe
what he
him for
asked-
that part.
That's what he asked for, cash. And I did not, I agreed to pay him. I did not agree to pay him for almost $4,000 in cash. I gave him $2,000 already. He gave him a receipt for it. So now he's here asking for more money, and he's telling you all that. And right here,
Nobody's asking for more money. This is the amount that you're asking for. He's not asking for anything. He hasn't even filed a counterclaim.
And then the work order, Your Honor, too. Just that alone, it seems as if he's saying that I'm doing something shady. It's all shady. I didn't sign this here. That's someone, he got a work order right here, signed out my name and everything there, and someone signed my name there. I didn't have none. The policeman asked both of us, is it a work order? It's not in the police report. I'm not making up anything. I'm coming here telling you the truth. He's not being very honest about that, because then it's just
Okay, so Mr. McCoy,
and if he wanted cash money, it should be in the work order. That should have been there. It's not there. He said that man could have been paid. We wouldn't be wasting your time, because the credit card, he says, I'm gonna say in front of him that we'll pay with credit card and then cancel the transaction. I don't do stuff like that.
okay, I'm not gonna defend or even get into that situation. So right now, RMS, do you have an invoice for him?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
And I have
I have it with the
Without the storage fees.
Yes, ma'am. I sent it to his daughter that said she was going to pay the next day. And then I have the one with the accumulated storage fees, but I have both.
Okay, so the one without the storage fees is $37.80. Is that correct?
Correct, ma'am.
mine is the 2,000.
No money has been given. He came to our shop and he told my mechanic, I'm going to give you $2,000. I need an invoice. And then my mechanic does not make the invoices. So I had my secretary make an invoice. And he said, I'm going to give the $2,000. He goes, send me the invoice. I said, not a problem, sir. And I have it on text messages. Sent a electronic invoice, which these are the correct invoices, which are the paper invoices. Sent an electronic invoice. And he said, quote unquote words, I do not trust Hispanics. I'm not going to give him $2,000. And I am Hispanic. My mechanic is Hispanic. And I go, sir, it doesn't matter what race you are. You know what I mean? You can be white, black, Hispanic. You can give that gentleman the $2,000. Not a, no. I'll do it when you come here. I said, okay, not a problem, sir. I have it on text messages and everything. So no money has ever been given. All he owes right now is the
Okay,
storage.
Mr. McCoy, give me 1 minute.
All right, there it is. He tried to generate a fake invoice saying that he paid $2,000. I want to know how many times he's gotten away with this. I mean, he's trying so many different tricks. And that invoice, yeah, I don't like this guy. He doesn't trust Hispanics. Like, look at the judge. I absolutely hate racism. I do. I couldn't be Judge Garcia right now. I would. Anyways, this is why I'm not a judge. Let's go.
Mr. McCoy, show me proof that you paid the $2,000.
It's right here, ma'am.
Okay. Constable, can I see that? And then if you can show RMS real quick, Constable. Show RMS that invoice real quick that you just gave Christy.
Okay. I'm scanning it right now.
Show the defendant that invoice so he can look at that as well.
Yes.
And then RMS, do you have any response to that?
Yes, ma'am. I have it on text message. I can show to the officer.
But the paper that he's showing you, is that your invoice or what is that?
No, that is he demanded a $2,000 invoice because he said he had a down payment. This was before the job was completed. He came to their shop and that's when he said, "Oh, I don't trust Mexicans. I'm not going to give it to this man." So he never gave no money. No money was
Okay.
ever given.
Okay, Constable, can you let Christy scan that paper in? I need to see what that paper is.
It's already
That
scanned.
invoice.
And then this is, but I have, is there any way to,
He won't be able to scan that in, but I can show
okay,
him some.
definitely.
I scanned it in already.
Okay.
Well, did I say something, Your Honor?
No, this is just for it.
I don't-
Wait. I need everybody to wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hopefully Judge Garcia can see right through this fake invoice. There is no way this invoice is real. This is the generated invoice based on him demanding one be electronically sent to him before he paid it. Hopefully there's
Okay,
something
Mr.
on there that
McCoy,
says not
this is
paid
an
yet.
invoice. Show me your bank statement or a checkbook or something that you took $17.80 out of your bank account.
No, 2,000. I gave it to his, the person that he had there on that day. 2,000.
where is
Wanted
proof
cash,
that
I gave him cash money, Your Honor. That's why I
Okay,
don't like.
where
I
is
don't want
proof
him-
for that? So if you gave him cash money, you had to take it out of your bank, right?
No, I didn't. I had it already.
Where did you get cash money at? So you have no proof that you gave him $2,000.
My daughter, the one that he said, the one that I have a daughter with me today, and my second daughter, she was in San Antonio with UTSA, and she gave me, I got the money from her, paid his associate the money, and he sent me the invoice. That's
And
exactly.
where's this daughter at?
Now he's changing the story. How do you go from I had the money already, so I don't have any bank records of withdrawing it, to my daughter gave it to me? Nothing he says makes sense. Kick him out of court, Judge. Kick him out of court.
She's working on.
All right.
She's not here.
All right, Mr. McCoy, this is your day in court and you have not proven one thing. So at this point, this is going to be a take nothing judgment. You have 21 days to appeal it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Everybody's free to go. Your case is dismissed.
Oh, I thought it was going to go on for another couple minutes. All right. When I said kick him out of court, I didn't realize it was the end of the video. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This guy annoys me. Can the judge do anything for him falsifying documents and giving them to the court? I guess they weren't actually turned in as evidence and used for a judgment. So I don't know, but there should be something that can happen. And the mechanic didn't file a claim against this guy. He's just like, no, he just has to pay his bill. I just want him to pay his bill. Like I'm just here because he summoned me. He summoned me here. He served me. Anyways, that was the right decision. At least I think so. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys disagree with me, is this guy not a scammer? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. All right, I'm rambling. You guys have a great rest of your day. Please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Until next time, bye.